All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to live coverage of the Atlanta Lady Rabbs versus the Hooks Hornets. They're playing here tonight. Of course, we want to thank our sponsors today. This is, of course, Mr. Whitehead. I'm filling in for Landry until he is done. He's actually announcing the players today onto the court, so we're going to let him do that, give him the chance to be a part of everything that he can. And then he's going to come over here and take over commentary. In the meantime, I will do my very best not to mess anything up, or you'll definitely be glad that he's back, if that makes sense. We do want to thank our sponsors today. We want to thank Dylan Thompson Wealth Management for sponsoring Rabbit TV since we started way back in 21. Thank you so much. We want to thank the I Guys of Texarkana, making sure the youth of Atlanta and Texarkana can see well. Great job, guys. They've been a sponsor for many years now. We want to thank Red River Lumber, located in several locations in and around Texarkana. Thank you guys so much. You have also been with us from day one. Appreciate Red River Lumber. We want to thank all of our downtown businesses. They are big sponsors of ours. They help us out with so many things, locations when we're filming. They help us out with food and beverages before and after games. Price Hardware helps us out with construction needs and donates plenty of stuff to us. They're always so helpful. We want to thank all of those downtown businesses. And of course, we want to remind you guys to always shop local. Before you reach that Amazon app, just check downtown and see if somebody there has it, if they can get it for you. Always try to go through them first. All right, looks like they are getting ready to come onto the court. We've got our Atlanta Rabbits, the Lady Rabbs, right there on screen. They have had a couple of injuries this year. That has kind of set them back a little bit, but still a very respectable record. Of course, head coach Shannon Jones there. He is he's the coach for this Lady Rabbs team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I will be quiet. This is Landry on the mic right now.
At this time, we ask that all fans please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn?
That beautiful angelic voice is, of course, Caden Allen, senior here at Atlanta High School.
At the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed. And the rockets regular, the moon bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Of course, not a dry eye in the building after a performance like that. Thank you, Caden. Excellent job. Always a great start here at Atlanta High School.
Thank you so much, and please remain standing for the starting lineup. Tonight's varsity game is being played under the rules of the UIL University Interscholastic League. We ask that all players, coaches, and fans to show good sportsmanship and respect for everyone involved. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineup.
Here's your Hooks lineup.
First, the visiting team. Please welcome the Hooks Lady Hornets. At guard, number 1, Hope Rankin. At guard, number 4, Serenity Gooden. At guard, number 11, Mallory Bishop. At forward, number 14, Rhea Brown. And last but not least, at forward, number 55, Dee Dee Johnson. Head coach is Jack Fowler, who is assisted by Dedrick Gunway and Bridget Upton.
All right, and now we're going to go over to this Atlanta varsity girls basketball team.
Fans, let's make some noise for your Atlanta Rabbs! At forward, sophomore, number 5, Tiana Beltran. At guard, freshman, number 11, London Huddleston. At guard, junior, number 22, Maggie Winters. At center, sophomore, number 23, Cadence Brackman. And last but not least, at guard, junior, number 24, Jalissa Beltran. And leading the Rabbits tonight, head coach Shannon Jones, who is assisted by Will Allen and Melissa Waddell. Fans, get on your feet. It's time for your Atlanta Rabbits basketball.
All right, and those are your starting lineups for both visiting and home teams. Everybody's getting fired up for this great game. You know, it's always a good game between Hooks and Atlanta, whether it be varsity girls, boys, JV, all of that. We just got to watch 2 JV games. JV girls played, and then following them, the JV boys played. And we were busy setting up. I want to say the girls JV lost that game. The Hooks JV won. And then for the varsity boys, I think we pulled that one out. But unfortunately, like I said, we were having to set up and get ready for this stream. So a lot of times we miss some of the scores from earlier games. And you'll have to forgive us, people walking in front of the cameras. There's only so much you can do here at a high school game. And they're off. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here and let you have Landry on the mic. He did a great job announcing. Once again, here is Landry.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Rabbit TV, featuring the Atlanta Rabbits going up against the Lady Hornets. If Mr. Whitehead hadn't welcomed y'all already, I apologize, but here's the second welcome. So we're about 15 seconds into this game. No score yet. Atlanta has possession. And just off the mark by Jalissa Beltran. I currently do not have a roster for the Hornets, but I'm going to go ahead and get that fixed real fast. And looks like a little bit of confusion going on, and here we go. I think Hooks is about to inbound the ball. It seems a little bit of commotion going on, and it looks like the clock is reset, and I think they're going to restart the game. So fortunate for us, because That means I got back in time. If you didn't hear the starting lineups, that was me. Had to sprint over here after I did that. So, but anyways, here's a tip. Number 5 is Tiana Beltran, and I'm getting a roster here in a few moments for hooks. But in the meantime, that's number 55. Atlanta won the tip-off. London Huddleston was running the point, and looks like Hooks is running some aggressive 2-3 as they're doubling every man. London Huddleston with a 3. Good rebound, Jalissa Beltran, and she'll score first. 2 points for number 24, Jalissa Beltran. Hooks slinging the rock around. And it looks like Atlanta's in a 1-3-1 defense as they almost got the steal. 14's going to drive in. Good rebound by number 55, and that's going to be a foul called on number 22, Maggie Winters. That's her first foul of the night, and she'll go to the line for 2. And first shot is good. Splashed it. About less than a minute into this first quarter. Already got scores from both teams. And the shot to tie it up. And up and in. So tie ball game. 2-2. Ball be inbounded to London Huddleston. Hooks is in a press. And number 14 got the steal. She'll drive in and she'll get 2 points for her own. That's her first scores of the night. And whistle blown. It looks like it's going to be Rabbit. No, excuse me. It's going to be Hornet ball. And shots off the mark, but good rebound by number 55. Tried to drive in baseline, but passed it out to the corner. Shot by number 4. I believe number 4, Serenity Gooden. I do have a roster now. And steal by number 1. Drive to the basket and blocked by Tiana Beltran. And it looks like it's going to be called for a jump ball, and it will be Hooks' ball. And shot was off the mark. And Hayes Brackman tried to pass it back out, and one. And that is number 14, Brown. So an early timeout in this game. Hooks up by 4 with only a little over a minute played in the first quarter, 6-2. Some new substitutions into the game. That is number 4, Mackenzie Birmingham. She gets subbed in while Brown is going to take her 1 free throw. And it is in and out of the basket, but a steal, and that was number 1, Bankin. Rebound, Tiana Beltran. London Huddleston's driving it down the court. Had 2 defenders chasing her, and a pass was just off the mark, and that goes out of bounds, and that'll be Hooks' ball. And that's number 4, Serenity Gooden, to drive it down the court. Hornets slinging the rock around, and a 3 by Serenity Gooden, and that is good. Her first points of the night. And another steal by the Hornets. Driving it down court, and another three by Serenity Gooden just off the mark. Good rebound. Jalissa Beltran. London Huddleston takes possession of it. She'll protect the ball, dribbling it up and down the court, running the point. They'll run their offense. Maggie pump fakes and drives in, passes out to Jalissa Beltran, and that'll be rebound by Brown. And she'll give it to Serenity to run the point. And shot was off. And stolen right back by Hooks. Levin's going to drive it in and give it back to Thompson, and she'll have 2 more points of her own as Hooks is going up 9 here very early on in the first quarter. And pass was just off the mark. Tried to get it to Serenity Gooden, but just off the mark. And another timeout called. And I believe this one was by the Rabbits as they're starting to fall just a little bit behind, down by 9 points with 4 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the first. Again, plenty of ball game left to be played. And last time they played each other in Hooks, I believe Hooks won by 15-20. And believe they're sitting at possibly second behind Liberty Ilo. And we all know how good Liberty Ilo is. So Hooks is a very, very good basketball team. Sitting in second in district standings, and I believe the Rabbits are either sitting in 4th or 5th. I'm not sure. For their first round of district play, their losses were to Liberty Ilo, Hooks, and New Boston. However, but they beat DeKalb, but lost to DeKalb in the second round of play. So I'm guessing they're tied for 4th, possibly, which if they are, that is a good thing because they are in the running to get themselves a spot in the playoffs. Anyways, here come both teams. Rabbits ball. Maggie Winters, the inbounder. Hooks in their press. And she finds Tiana Beltran. Hooks has been great at executing their press as they've gotten a lot of steals so far this game. Made the Rabbits force a lot of shots. Tiana Beltran trying to drive it into the rim, and she gets a foul called, and she'll go to the line for 2. And Gooden to run the point. She'll give it off to number 2. Back to 30, back to Thompson. Or excuse me, that's number 44 checked into the game. Serenity Gooden for 3. No good, but good rebound. And that is number 30, Barber. She gets her first points of the night. And almost got picked off by London Huddleston. 44 tries to drive to the rim, but it was a travel. Some substitutions in. That is number 11. That is number 11, Bishop, in for Serenity Gooden. Hooks once again back in their press. Ball was inbounded to London Huddleston. And some kind of And it looks like a hold on Hooks. We'll try that again. London Huddleston was running the point, and they managed to get out of that press really good. Had Mackenzie Birmingham wide open, but just didn't give her the ball in time. Kiana Beltran pump fakes, drives baseline, and I guess tried to pass it or maybe throw off a shot, but nonetheless it hits the back of the backboard. Swatted last by Hooks, so it'll still be Rabbits' ball at the baseline. And Maggie tried to force it to Birmingham, and she ends up doing it. And Alyssa Beltran tried to get to a jump shot. She does, but it was off the mark. Beltran running the point. Maggie Winters setting the screen, and she'll run right into a jump ball, and it'll be Hornets' ball. Alyssa Beltran running the point. She'll give it to London Huddleston. Don't give her space because she sure can shoot. Passes are a little bit off the mark. They seem kind of Rabbits seem kind of on their heels, but Jalissa finds a way to put up a shot up and it goes in. That's 4 points for Jalissa. So number 1 back to 14, Brown. Brown tries to go inside, and Hornets continue to sling the rock around. 3 ball, no good. Good rebound by number 2, and a jump ball, and it will be the Hornets ball. We have 3 substitutions in, however. Number 4, Serenity Gooden. Number 1, Rankin. And number 5, Chadwick, I believe. And try to get it into Brown. No good on the layup. She's going to try to wolf from behind. And Hornets managed to get the steal. That'll be Chadwick for the steal, however. And she'll be called for a travel, and it will be Rabbits' ball. Pretty high point game so far, 13-6 in the first with 2 minutes left to go. And the Hornets have definitely been the best thing so far as their press and the ability to sling the ball around and work around the Rabbit defenders to try to get some easy shots up. 1 3 hit so far this game, and that was Serenity Gooden. And tried to get it inside to 44, but took off running before she dribbled the ball. And that'll be called for a travel. Minute and 55 seconds left to go in the first. Winters tried to force it to London Huddleston. Forced it into a turnover, but however, their pass was off the mark, and it'll be Rabbits' ball. Once again, Hooks right back in their press. Rabbits look kind of uneasy. They don't feel, they're not exactly in control, and the press is definitely doing that to them. They're making some pretty inaccurate passes. They're passing the ball into turnovers. They're forcing shots, and that's exactly what Hooks is trying to get them to do with this press. Try to put pressure on them early and just try to rack up the score. Hooks is up 9 points. Jalissa Beltran has an easy lane to the basket and is good. 6 points for Jalissa Beltran. And number 1 to the basket. And Chadwick for 3, no good. And they're on the floor. And it will be a jump ball. It'll be it'll be the Rabbits' ball. And Jalissa running the point. They get past half court, but dribble into a trap. And there'll be a foul called on Hooks, so it'll still be Rabbits' ball. And it was number 1 on Hooks. I believe that's her first foul. That's Sydney running the ball, but forces yet again another turnover. Hooks showing some great ball movement. She has, Gooden might have had a look for 3, but a little bit too contested. This time she has an open shot, and that is drained. 6 points for Gooden. 2 threes for her tonight, so far tonight. London Huddleston dribbling through the press. Passes out to Sydney. Tried to get an open look. Took off before she started dribbling. That's a travel. 10-point lead with 8 seconds left to go in the first. And dribbling quick down the court, trying to get some looks. Gooden for 3, no good. And that'll be the score for the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Hornets 18, Rabbits 8. Rabbits down by 10 early on. I feel like what they got to do is they got to be way more composed. They got to be way more in control and comfortable. And if Hooks continues to penetrate the Rabbits offense with this press, it's not going to be a very good game. But however, both teams are playing well. No teams are out of it yet. Only down by 10. Plenty of ball game left to go. And outcome is, I have no idea what the final outcome of this game is going to be anyways. So, but if the Rabbits can get themselves together, they can easily bring themselves back into this ball game. And here comes both teams for this second quarter. And here we go, second quarter. And moving the ball around. Just trying to sling the rock. And Gooden for 3, no good. Rebounded by number 30, but just fell out of bounds. Hooks once again back in the press. Maggie Winters, the inbounder. And got it off. And Jalissa Beltran tried to hit up a floater, but it got blocked. And fast break. Gooden wide open to the lane. 8 points for Gooden, 2 more for Hooks on the board as they take a 12-point lead. And Cadence Bragman's down, was wide open in the post, but 44 minutes to get there in time. 22, Maggie Winters for 3, and good. Her first points of the night, and that's a 3-ball. 9-point lead for the Hornets. Gooden running the point. Levin driving baseline, slings it back out, and that's Gooden for another 3. and that's double digits for Gooden as she has 11. Trying to dribble. Jalissa Beltran managed to dribble it through the press. Got it out to Cadence Brackman inside, but just couldn't hold on to the ball. It'll be Hooks' ball. The Hornets go back up 12, matching the Rabbits with a 3 of their own. Serenity Gooden has hit 3 threes so far. 3 for 5 or 3 for 6, I'm pretty sure. She's at least shooting 50%. Maggie Winters has a hole, just bounces in and out. Good rebound, Cadence Brackman. And just couldn't put it up. And a fast break opportunity for Serenity Gooden. Good pump fake, but just couldn't go in. And that's an and one, or excuse me, that can go in, but she does get a foul called, and she'll go to the line for 2. And both of her threes were made. 14-point lead for the Hornets. And it looks like a reach-in foul on somebody from the Hornets, so it'll be Rabbits ball at the baseline. And got it to Brackman inside, but just couldn't hold on to it again. Fast break opportunity. And that is number 2, no good. Good rebound, Tiana Beltran. And a hold, I don't believe, possibly number 2, Castle. Jalissa Beltran once again trying to dribble through the... And oh my goodness. London Huddleston, look for 3, splash. London Huddleston's first points of the night, that's 3. Cuts the lead back down to 12. 13-25 with 5 minutes left remaining in the second quarter. Hooks continue to consecutively score on offense. That was number 3. She tried to save it, but just went out of bounds. Maggie Winters, the inbounder. Hooks still in their press. They've ran it this whole first half. Atlanta's starting to find a way to break it, however, because they've consistently get it past half court, but then just a couple turnovers back when you try to get it in the paint. And they got the ball to Jalissa, and turnover, and that's a travel. That's for number 2, Castle, so it'll go back the other way. Bang! I believe that was number 24, Jalissa Beltran. 9 points for her. Good defense. The Rabbits are staying in that 1-3-1. And I believe that foul call was on that was on, they managed to, that was on Brackman. And a couple substitutions. I believe it was the same few. Gooden and Thompson tried to save it, but just went out of bounds. Rabbits now down 9. Rabbits ball, bounce pass over to Jalissa Beltran. That was number 11 who got a hand in there. That was Bishop. Huddleston tried to drive it in, get a mid-range shot out, but wasn't able to. And that was a foul on number 1. So Maggie Winters will inbound it at the baseline. And once again, it'll be Rabbits ball. Inbounded. Jalissa running the point. 9-point lead. Rabbits ball. Gets it out to Beltran. Tiana drives inside. No good. Rebound. Number 30. Gooden's taking it back up the court. Slinging the ball around. Tiana Beltran got a hand in there, but it's still Hook's ball. And that's Sydney Castillo in for Jalissa Beltran. And Bishop for 3, no good. Good rebound, Castillo, and once again another travel. And it will stay Hornets ball. And it'll be Hornets ball at the baseline. Once the inbounder gets it off to Bishop, beyond the 3. That's one to drive in, but steal by Cadence Brackman. Trying to wolf it, goes up, no foul called. Tiana Beltran, however, gets it back. Gets it off to Castillo, goes up, no good. Would have got that pass off sooner, would have been a little bit of a better look, but oh well. And gives it to Gooden for 3, no good. And it'll be a jump ball. Rabbits ball. Winters dribbling through the press. Tries to find Brackman, but Brackman couldn't get a hold of it. Gooden running the point. And stolen by London Huddleston. Goes up, and just a little bit too much. And a foul called. And that was on number 44 of the Hornets, Johnson, CeCe Johnson. And Castillo to the line for 2. And an air ball. Still a decently close ball game. Hooks 25, Atlanta 16. Only a 9-point ball game. Second shot, front rim. Good rebound by number 11, Bishop. Tries to go in, but gets a foul called, and that was on Maggie Winters. Rabbits were looking for a charge there, but however, they did not get it. And called it a shooting foul, so she'll go to the line for 2. And her first shot is good. Her first point of the night. See if she can make her second shot here. And Brackman got subbed out for Mackenzie Birmingham. It looks like she's walking over to the locker room or somewhere over there. Not sure what's going on there. Hopefully she hasn't hurt or anything. And Bishop hits her second shot, so that'll be 2 points for her. Castillo caught the inbound, but however, turnover back to Gooden, and it rolls in. That'll be 13 points for Gooden. And gives it. Rebounded. Both shots were no good. Had Mackenzie Birmingham deep, but Rabbits weren't looking down court. Jalissa Beltran tries to drive it in and gets blocked. And oh my goodness, that was number 30 for the Hornets, Barber. Barber has a couple blocks and 2 points on the night. And tried to force it to Mackenzie Birmingham, no good. Bishop hits the ball out to number 3. Drives it inside to Brown. And she gets a foul called. She'll go to the line for 2. Hornets up 13, have a chance to go up 15 here with 90 seconds left to play in the first half. And she hits both of her shots. So the Hornets are now up 15. Another thing about the Hornets is they can for sure hit their free throws, because I'm pretty sure they haven't missed one this whole time. And Hornets are in the bonus, and that foul was on Maggie Winters, so she'll go to the line for 2, have a chance for 2 more points. First shot, and bounced on the rim and bounced out. Have some substitutions in. Gooden in for O'Neal, and Castle in for Bishop. And the second shot for Winters just rolls in and out. Good rebound by Brown. That's going to be Castle to bring the ball down the court. Brown gets it inside, tries to make a couple moves and goes up. And a call, no idea what happened. And another, I'm guessing it's another transition take foul, so it'll be Winters at the line again for 2. 0 for 2 on free throws tonight. And in and out again. Back to back is very unfortunate. And the second shot. And up and in. And that'll be 4 points for Winters. Hornets slinging the ball around. Guessing what they, and what a pass by Brown inside to Thompson. And oh my goodness. I believe that's 8 points for her tonight. 50 seconds left to play in the first half. Clock winding down. Jalissa Beltran tried to dribble it, got it lost, but recovered it back. Tries to give it out to Maggie, being double covered, makes a move inside and gets another foul called on her, and she'll go to the line for 2 more. Hornets up by 16 points. Maggie has a chance to cut this down to 14. 37 seconds left to play in this first half. And that first shot was front rim. And number 44, Thompson, or CeCe Thompson, gets subbed in for Dee Thompson. And Maggie Winters' second shot falls in, and that's 5 points for Winters. Gooden running the point. Clock winding down, just 30 seconds left to play. Brown dribbling it over, she gets it off to Gooden. What I've noticed about their offense, they swing it around the arc a lot until they get a good look inside or an open look by mostly the shots. The 3-point shots being taken are from Serenity Gooden, and a double dribble with 7.5 seconds left to play in the first half. Hooks maybe has one more chance to get one more shot off. And the double dribble was called when she just passed half court, so they'll get it even closer. Gooden has something. She gets it inside, goes up, and got it off to Brown, but just couldn't get a shot off, or excuse me, to Thompson, but just couldn't get a shot off. And that'll be your score for the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Rabbits 18, Hornets 33. We're going to take a short break here, and we will be right back with you. You are watching Rabbit TV.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
Whether you're looking for a new garage door or just need repairs, Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Cobblestone, open for 14 years but now in a new location, where you can find fashionable ladies' clothes, beautiful jewelry to complete any outfit, and an all-new bridal registry available with much more to choose from. Stopping by with little ones? Check out our selection of unique children's gifts. Cobblestone, serving the Atlanta area with pride as we offer a great shopping experience.
Ray Harp Jewelers has been a part of our community since 1953. Today, we offer beautiful, sustainable lab-grown diamonds along with our selection of Mines diamonds. Our one-of-a-kind gemstones case is full of treasures waiting to be yours. Our modern, trendy Anahe collection brings affordable luxury to your everyday. Ray Harp Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1953.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So your first half report, Rabbits down by 15 in the first half. Hornets 33, Rabbits 18. And basically what I've got so far out of this first half is that Hooks is very, very good at pressuring the ball and making their opponent sort of off edge. They started the press early, and it worked. They were getting steals left and right and getting these easy baskets, along with Serenity Gooden hitting 3 threes as well. She has 13 points so far in this first half, and so she's been a threat to the Rabbits for sure. But just Hornets just moving the ball around and pressuring the ball on defense with their press, and they've gotten a lot of steals as well, and just moving the rock around to some shots in the paint, some three-point shots by Serenity Gooden, and those fast break opportunities from the press has really helped them out, and that's how they're up 15 right now. And then some stars for the Rabbits on the other hand, Jalissa Beltran's been doing her thing, making some moves inside to the basket and making some shots from beyond the arc. Excuse me. She has 9 points so far right now. Winters hitting a couple shots from. She hit a 3 and a couple shots from the free throw line. She has 5 tonight. But overall, their two bigs, Dee Thompson has 8, I believe, so far, and number 14 Brown has, I believe, 8 or 10 as well. And yeah, just that's basically all I have from the takeaway from this first half. And the Rabbits are just gonna need to stop the turnovers first off. And one thing for Hooks to improve on is the fouls. They got into the bonus, I believe, mid-second half. And so that got Maggie Winters some opportunities to get a couple points from the free throw line from those reach-in fouls when she was dribbling down the court. And so if you're the Hornets, I'd say keep moving the ball around, keep pressuring the ball on defense. And the mindset you got to have here is still a 0-0 ball game. And I think they'll come away with this if they have that sort of mindset and they stay away from the fouls. If they play a clean ball game for the second half, there's a good chance the Hooks will come out with a victory, especially being up 15 in the first half. And the Rabbits, you have to remain calm and composed. You have to mindset I would have is this is your home court. You're playing in Atlanta. You have control of the crowd, and you just need to have the mindset. You need to be in control. You need to be the one that's controlling the tempo of this ball game. You gotta overcome the adversity of the Hornets press as well. And again, just 15-point ball game, and Rabbits aren't out of it yet. Still have the whole second half to be played. They can completely turn this game around, and yeah, overall it's been a very good ball game so far. Got about 3.5 minutes left for warm-ups. You see your varsity boys warming up. That's looking to be a good game. Last time these two played each other at Hooks, that Atlanta won by 2, so this is looking to be a really, really good ball game, and I believe they went into overtime as well. So, and only competitors that the Rabbits have lost to has been Liberty Aloe, Queen City, and Liberty Aloe and Queen City. That's the only teams that they've lost to. So I believe they are sitting in third, possibly. Sitting in either third or second, depending how Queen City has been doing. Because I believe Queen City did lose to Hooks in their first round of district. And anyways, 2.5 minutes left till play. Varsity girls for the Hornets are warming back up again. Right, just like I said, 0-0 mindset. I believe they're gonna have coming back in. You can't fall asleep, and you can't take your foot off the pedal, because that's known to happen for some games, and teams have came back from that. So Again, still play 100%, 0-0 mindset because you aren't completely fully ahead of this game yet. A 15-point lead can eventually be broken, and pretty quick as well. And we got about 60 seconds left until second half commences. At this time, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Dillon Thompson Wealth Management, the iGuys of TXK, Red River Lumber, Price Hardware, the Rabbit Patch, and the Downtown Merchants Association. And don't forget to shop local.
Yeah, and mine's open all the way. Yours isn't.
And Hornets are going to start out with the ball. Bishop inbounding. Most likely to Serenity Gooden. But Hornets look pretty confident. Don't seem uptight. They seem pretty comfortable. They seem like to have the mindset of controlling the ball game 100%. And they're starting out hot, moving the ball around. They got to look inside, but Brown dropped the ball. And they got it out inside to Thompson. Bounced it back out to Serenity Gooden. Tried to go up, and it was a jump ball. Brackman had control of it. It'll be Rabbit's ball. Maggie Winters to inbound. And again, Hornets running 110% in their press, and they get a steal off of it. Back to Serenity Gooden on the fast break, and good. 15 points for Serenity Gooden. And Hornets are right back in it. Back to Jalissa. Crossover, gets past half court. Has a drive to the lane, and a push by Bishop. And got it off to Maggie Winters inside. Gets her own rebound. Second shot no good. And finally, Dee Thompson gets the rebound. Gets it off to Serenity Gooden. She's driving it down the court. Bishop with a lane inside. And good. 4 points for Bishop. Down to Beltran. Gives it to Jalissa. Beltran tries to get it inside, but no good. No foul called either. Bishop with a fast break. Tried to bounce past it to Serenity Gooden. Just off the mark and rolled out of bounds, so it'll be Rabbit's ball. Hornets are up 19 points. Still extending that gap. It's been 4-0 so far this second half. And another hold, and that time I believe it was on Bishop again. That's the Hornets' second foul. And they'll check her out. That's number 3, O'Neal. And another substitute. That's Rankin in for number 10. Winters, a shot for 3. Just out. Good rebound by London Huddleston. She tries to go up, gets her own rebound again. Goes up, bounces in and out. Had two girls on her. Fast break, Rankin to the basket. And a foul by number 11, London Huddleston. That'll be the Rabbits' first foul. Rankin, the inbounder, at the baseline, gets it out to O'Neal. Thompson gets it inside, and it rolls in. That's double digits for Thompson tonight. And they get it in. Ball rolls in. That was the Rabbits' first score of the second half. Barber gets one, gets a floater in off the backboard. That's 4 points for her. And the Hornets are up 21 and still increasing that lead. If I'm not mistaken, this is an 8-2 run so far this second half. And a little hezzy crossover by Serenity Gooden. Pump fakes, gets it to O'Neal. Another pump fakes, gets it inside. Reverse layup, no good. Off to Brown. Nothing but net, but it didn't go in net. In the net, excuse me. Rankin passes out to O'Neal. O'Neal to Gooden. Gooden to Rankin. Rankin tries to drive it in and manages to save it, but not until it falls into the hands of Delissa Beltran. Stolen by Brown. She drives inside. 2 points for Brown. Brings her total to 8 tonight. 4.5 minutes left to play in the third. 23-point lead. And I believe that was a double dribble by Huddleston. Inbound, Rankin will be the one to inbound, or excuse me, yeah, she will be the one to inbound. That's number 2, Castle, in for Gooden. Gooden having herself a night, 15 points so far. Rankin tries to drive it inside. They've had a lot of looks inside, but however, she dribbles it out of bounds. Huddleston there to pressure the ball. It'll be Rabbits' ball now. Winner's the inbounder. She gives it to Jalissa Beltran. Dribbles left. Brown is there for the trap. She manages to dribble out of it. Gives it to Jalissa Beltran. Beltran tries to drive it inside. Goes up, but rejected by CeCe Thompson, but that ball rolls out of bounds. Rabbits will have it at the baseline. Winner's the inbounder. And tries to pass it out, but that falls out of bounds, and it hit the ref's foot. Ref kicked the ball, and it rolled out of bounds. Not sure what all that was about. Hooks would have most likely had the ball anyways. O'Neal running the point. Hornets slowing the tempo down, trying to run their offense. And Castle for 3, good. That's her first points of the night for 3. Hornets still continuing to pressure. Managed to get it out of the trap, gives it to Brackman, and starts walking with it. It's a travel. Hornets up by 26. If Hooks manages to score 21 more points, they could possibly score 67. Castle double dribble. Ref immediately saw it. And a substitution in. Player that I saw at the beginning of the second half. That is number 10, Harris. And a fast break. Guessing they got it from the press. Brown tried to get in for an easy layup, but just rolled out. And that'll be a foul called on 44. Transition take foul. That'll be their third. Rabbits ball. Jalissa Beltran for three. And a foul called on number, I thought he held up a number 3. Is that a, no, excuse me. But anyways, Jalissa Beltran will go to the line for 3. First shot, nothing but net. That'll bring her total to double digits tonight. Has a chance to make 2 more. Second shot, front rim. Looked like it was going to be the same outcome. Can tell by the way that these shots are falling, she's a very consistent free throw shooter. Third shot. And missed just right. I spoke too soon. And that's Harris running the point. And Chadwick, pump fake, gets a shot in mid-range. Tried to bank it, but no good. Rebounded by Tiana Beltran. Winners. Bounce pass off to Tiana Beltran. They get the ball past half court. Off to Jalissa. Making a couple dribble moves. Maggie Winners has a shot for a mid-range, in and out. Rebound. That's Castle bringing the ball back down court. And that's Harris trying to make something happen. Good defense by the Beltrons. And a steal. Picked off, fast break. Tries to spun around in the lane. Tried to make a little acrobatic layup, but didn't fall in. Rabbits now down by 25. Hornets have outscored them in the second half by 10. It's been a 3-13 second half game so far. And Hooks still managing to stay in control of the ball game, as they're doing nothing but increasing their lead. And it's hard to come back down 25 going into the fourth quarter, but however, London Huddleston got a foul. Hooks is back in the bonus with 1 minute and 35 seconds left to play. Huddleston. Splash. That'll be 4 points for Huddleston. And her second shot. And missed right. Rebound, Dee Thompson. And that's Rankin bringing the ball down court. Serenity Gooden's checked back into the game. And she's going to take the shot for 3, just short. And stolen by Maggie Winners. Fast break opportunity. Jalissa Beltran driving it into the rim and in. 12 points for Beltran. And a timeout called by the Rabbits. And I would say that's a pretty good timeout by Coach Jones. Rabbits making a couple shots, making their free throws, getting and ended on a fast break by Jalissa Beltran. 24-46. Hornets still have a 22-point lead with about a minute to go left in the third quarter. This time I'd like to thank our sponsors, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management, the iGuys of TXK, Red River Lumber, Price Hardware, the Rabbit Patch, and the Downtown Merchants Association. And don't forget to shop local. Like I said, 60 seconds left to go in the third. Some new substitutions in. That's Serenity Castillo, number 0, a freshman. And it's swinging the ball around, headed off to 30 inside, and that was Bishop for 3, no good, just short. One in Huddleston, crossover, gets it past half court, off to Maggie Winters, and gets called for a travel. 32 seconds left to play in the third. Hornets ball. Bishop the inbounder. She'll inbound it to Serenity Gooden, who will run the point. And gets it off to 30 inside, but stolen by Winters. Winters taking it down, 12 seconds left to play. This may or may not be their final possession. They're going to hold it, see if they can get a shot off. Jalissa Beltran trying to make something happen, and bounces off a Hornet defender. 3 seconds left in the third. More than enough time to get one more shot off to try to cut at that 22-point Hornet lead. Trying to find an open look, and spin around, gets one more shot off, but it hit back rim. And that'll be your score going into the fourth. Rabbits 24, Hornets 46. Hornets up by 22. Manages to add 7 to that lead. And not the best third quarter by the Lady Rabbits, as they only scored 6 that quarter, with the Hornets scoring 13 that quarter. So one more quarter to try to cut off that lead and try to come back from a pretty big margin. I believe your starters going on to the court. I think that's number 1 Williams is in the mix. Excuse me, that's she might just be sitting on the bench. I don't know. Not sure. Whoever gets checked in gets checked in. So one last quarter, and they're going to sub in Brackman in for Sydney Castillo. And here we go, start of the fourth quarter. Off to 1, off to Dee Thompson, and a foul called, so she'll go to the line for 2. Dee Thompson in double digits tonight. First shot, up and in. And her second shot is up and in, so 12 points for Thompson. Jalissa Beltran, and I believe Rankin got a hand in there. She wasn't able to control the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Swing the ball around, pump fake. Bishop Try to give it off to Gooden for 3. No good. Good rebound by Brown, but just couldn't put it in. Good rebound, Brackman. Excuse me. Winters will run the point. Gets it past half court to Jalissa Beltran. She drives inside the lane, dumps it off to Brackman, and good. And that's 4 points for Brackman. And 2 points added to their score.
Yeah, I was like, I might as well.
And Thompson finds a way inside the lane and puts it in. That's 14 points for Thompson. London Huddleston and fakes the pass and takes a shot in the mid-range, and it falls. 6 points for London Huddleston. Serenity running the point, dumps it off to Brown, to Bishop. Tries to get it inside to Thompson, intercepted by London Huddleston. Fast break, gets it off to Jalissa Beltran and knocks it in. 14 points for Beltran. Now it's a 20-point game. Chipping little by little at that lead. And at the travel called on the Hornets, so it'll be Rabbits ball. Thompson's in for Thompson. O'Neal is in for Rankin. And who else got subbed out? That's number 30, Barber, in for no clue. Or maybe Rankin. Rankin already got subbed out. Excuse me. Rabbits ball. Rabbits gaining a little bit of that momentum back. They're starting to consecutively score. Got called for a foul. Unfortunate foul, however, because that shot was going in. But, however, it'll still be Rabbits ball at the baseline. Both teams at 1 foul even. 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to play. Gives it inside to Brackman. And tries to go up, but rejected by Barber. And it'll be Rabbits ball again at the baseline. Sydney Castillo got checked in for Maggie Winters. Jalissa Beltran, and blocked again by Barber. Fast break opportunity by O'Neal, gives it to Barber. One dribble and in. And that's 6 points for Barber. Hornets, like they've been in their press this whole game, gives it to Brackman inside, and it falls in. That is 6 points for Brackman. O'Neal running the point. And Bishop for 3, and good. Jalissa Beltran drives baseline, puts it up, and she'll go to the line for 2. And Beltran Both shots do not go in. London Huddleston passes it to Tiana Beltran, but that falls out of her hands and it rolls out of bounds. And some substitutions. Dee Dee Johnson in for CeCe Johnson, and number 10 Harris in for Gooden. Moving the ball around. Had O'Neal in the corner, mid-range, no good. Rebound Johnson. And excuse me, for this entire time I was mispronouncing the Johnson twins. I apologize for that. Been calling them Thompson, but their last names are Johnson, so excuse me. But Johnson at the line.
That's like the worst comeback ever. I wasn't paying attention.
And her shot falls in. First shot falls in. And that second shot was front rim. Johnson at 15 points tonight, matching Serenity Gooden. And Johnson might have gotten possibly another steal, but went running out of bounds.
You're going to. Just get ready.
And Maggie Winters made a move, tried to go inside, but gets stolen by Brown. Fast break. She tries to go in the lane and good. Hornets go up 26 and 2 more points for Brown. And that brings her total to double digits as she, I believe, has 10 points tonight. Three minutes and 18 seconds left to play in the fourth. And the Hornets look as if they're just going to go into their regular 2-3, but they do have possibly a trap set up at half court, but they're just back into their regular defense instead of getting into their press. Brackman back to Huddleston. Huddleston dribbles it and passes it down to Jalissa Beltran. Crossover, dumps it back out to Huddleston, to Beltran. Beltran drives it inside, and 2 points for Tiana Beltran. Back to 10, Harris to Castle, gets it into Brown, and something got called. But anyways, it's Rabbits ball. 2.5 minutes left to play in this ball game.
This game needs to
Tiana Beltran to Brackman. Gives it to Winters inside. Gives it out to Jalissa Beltran for 3. And an air ball. Tiana Beltran drives it out to the rim. And no good. Harris drilling the ball down the court. And tried to give it to Castle, but she wasn't looking. Pass was off the mark and rolls out of bounds. And 2 minutes, Rabbits down by 24. And Soraya Williams and Mackenzie Birmingham gets checked in, as well as number 12. We do not have a number 12 on the roster. I apologize. Our number 1's in, Soraya Williams. Had a couple of the rotation players checked in at garbage time. Let's see if they can make something happen, get a little bit of points on the board. Jalissa Beltran driving it inside, tries to put it up, but gets rejected by number 30. That was Barber. But she does draw a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. First shot goes in and out. And second shot falls in, and that's 15 points for Beltran. Jalissa Beltran has had herself a night. Highest scorer for the Rabbits today. Castle dumps it off to Chadwick, to Barber. Tries to get it inside to number 21, but no good. Rebound number 12. Beltran driving it down the court. Makes a move, goes inside, and rejected by Barber again. Minute and 2 seconds left to play. Mackenzie Birmingham goes to the line for 2. She has a chance to score her first points of the night. Or no, excuse me, they're going to inbound it on the baseline, excuse me. Castillo, the inbounder. And stolen by Barber, I believe. Castle, fast break opportunity, gets it inside. And that brings her total to 5 points for the night for Castle. Clock winding down, goes under 45 seconds. Again, some passes down court. And stolen once again by Barber. Gets it out to Castle, tries to get it inside, and intercepted by Jalissa Beltran. Bit of a fast break, gets it inside, goes up. Rebound, Barber. Fast break, they'll get it off to Castle. Score one more bucket for the Hornets in garbage time. Castle, that'll bring her total to 7. Racked up 4 points in garbage time, and that'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. Last shot from about half court by Beltran almost goes in, but the clock hits 0, and that'll be your final score, ladies and gentlemen. Hooks having the upper hand over the Rabbits tonight as they lose their second game to them in their second round of district play. Final score, Hornets 62, Rabbits 35. A great game played by both teams. Wish them luck as both of these teams are fighting for a playoff spot. I'm pretty sure Hooks plays how they've been playing for the rest of the second round. They'll be a lock for sure. Rabbits got to win a couple games against must-win games against teams like New Boston. And you also got a game against LE as well. So Good luck to both girls teams as they try to make their postseason run. But other than that, that's about it. And we're going to take a short break, go live again for your boys game, and that is it for the girls game. You are watching Rabbit